Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and aside from being asked why I'm so lonely, another thing I get asked about along with like my Overwatch settings is how do I record my Overwatch console footage? Because Overwatch is played on two different platforms, PC and on console, and console obviously consisting of Xbox and PlayStation 4, and it's much more easier and much more accessible to record Overwatch on the PC than it is on console. However, there are different ways, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I record my Overwatch console footage. But this isn't just limited to just Overwatch, it could be literally any game. It could be Call of Duty, it could be Assassin's Creed, it could be Roblox for all I care, but I'm an Overwatch channel and most of you guys are a fan of Overwatch, so I'm just going to show you guys how I record my Overwatch footage. Now, I'm aware there are features integrated into the actual consoles themselves. Like, there's actually a feature on Xbox that you can record, like, I think up to 5 minutes of footage. But here's the thing. The recording software on these consoles sucks balls. It's just the honest truth. The quality is terrible. You don't have the freedom to record what you want when you want, and this is just 10 times easier. However, it is going to come at a price. You are going to have to spend money, and if you're not into that, then that's fine. However, it's not as expensive as you might think. So I'm just going to show you what I use and how it kind of works, and show you the programs that I use to record all of this, because it might be a little bit overwhelming, but it's not as hard as you think. So if it sounds like I'm talking through a tin can, that's just because my camera sucks balls. But that shouldn't matter right now, because this is the main setup to how to record anything on console. Now, just to forewarn you guys, I'm not sponsored by anybody, not sponsored by Microsoft, I'm not sponsored by Dell, I'm not sponsored by Pokemon, Bill Gates, nobody is paying me. This is just the stuff that I use. So, just starting from the left to the right, this is the first thing that you need, a video game console. This could be an Xperia, this could be a PlayStation 6, this could be a Nintendo Swap, anything that has HDMI support, because as you can see in the back right here, this is where you're gonna plug it in. You're just gonna, oh god, you just plug the HDMI in the back. It's gonna go through all here, woo woo woo, into the main centerpiece. Now, I wish I could just fake name something, but this is very important because this is the only thing, well, not the only thing, but this is the main thing that you need to record, and this thing is called an Elgato HD60. Now, if you're familiar with Elgato, you would know that this is a capture card, and this is the thing that you need to record anything on console, on PlayStation 4 or on Xbox. Now, there's, I want to say 4 different versions of the Elgato. The first one, and I'll try to put pictures on the screen, is just the regular Elgato. This is more of like a rectangular sphere or whatnot. This is like from 2013. It's not the best quality. However, this is the Elgato HD60. The 60 stands for 60 frames per second. I'm pretty sure the first Elgato could record in 60 frames per second, but that doesn't matter. Now, the third version is the Elgato HD60S. Guess what the S stands for? Streaming! But you can use OBS to share. Anyway, that's the third version. The fourth version, the version that you're not going to be using if you want to record on console, is called the Elgato 4K Pro. Something that you plug into the PCI port of your computer, but this is all you need, baby boy, okay? This is all you need. And then from there, all you gotta do is just plug the HDMI port right in here. You just plug the HDMI port from there, and then you're gonna need a second HDMI port. It doesn't come with it, but you plug the second HDMI into the other port over here, and it goes all the way here to the TV. You can see some posters in the reflection, but this is the TV. Literally any modern day TV with an HDMI port. It just needs one HDMI port to plug from the Elgato into the TV. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. This is where things get a little bit confusing. You would see here that there's a second dongle. It's pretty small, just like me. The second dongle goes from here into your computer. Now, this is my awesome and beautiful 2013 laptop. That's sarcasm, because this computer sucks! It has an i3, it's not the greatest, however, it did record at 720p. It got the job done. Now, just a little disclaimer, you do have to have, well, first of all, you do have to have like a computer / laptop to record all of the stuff on and have all the programs, but those are all you need. More than likely, you already have a video game console. More than likely, if you have a video game console, you have a TV, maybe you have a laptop, especially if you're in high school or college, you more than likely have a laptop. That's pretty good, more than less. If it's from, I want to say, at least 2011, your laptop's gonna be fine, son. But this is the main thing that you need, the Elgato. It more than likely is gonna be the 60, it could be the 60S, but that's all you need to record gameplay, because now you actually have to get the software to record the footage, because it's one thing just to plug everything in, but you still need something to tell it, hey, record this, and that's going to be through the Elgato software. And the way that you get this, it's completely free. You just got to go to their website, and in fact, I'll include a link down below, and just whatever computer you have, whether it's a Mac or Windows, you're going to download that, you're going to download this game capture, and since I already have it, I don't need it, and boom, you get everything you see right here. But you need to tweak around some settings. So this is going to be the main screen that you see for the Elgato software. Now the things that I have open is going to be device and game audio. But this is the first thing that you're going to need to change whenever it comes to deciding, okay, what's going to be the quality, how good is my computer? So here is the first important thing that I need you guys to just change. So I have it at 1080p, 60 FPS, and best. If your computer is not that great, you're going to need to go down to 720p. Try to keep 60 FPS checked, but you're going to need to lower down the quality, because what's going to happen, it's going to be all laggy and it's going to be all choppy. And in fact, I'll try to show you a clip of what it's going to look like. That's what's going to happen if you try to up the quality of your video and your computer really can't handle it. But thanks to you guys, I have a computer that's beast enough to be able to handle this. But going through the rest of the settings, input device, this really shouldn't matter too much. I just have it in Xbox One because that's what I have right here that you see on the screen. If you're playing on PlayStation 4, change it to that. Even if it's on Nintendo Switch, Wii U, whatever has HDMI capability, you're going to be able to have that setting on. Audio input. This is kind of important. Now, just leave it on HDMI audio if you don't want to record game sound or just anything like that. If you're on Xbox, the only thing analog audio is needed for is if you want to record game chat like you see in my Funny Moments video. Well, that's where this cable comes into play. So this is dumb that this has to be the case for Xbox, but this is an Elgato voice chat thing or something. Either way, it plugs into this little headphone jack. If I could just focus, it plugs into this last port right here where a 3.5mm jack plugs in. So you just do this, plug it in, and then you take the very end of the cable and you put it right here into your controller. Now what I have right here is an Turtle Beach headset adapter. You can usually just get this with any kind of like Xbox adapter or whatever, but what this does is that it controls the volume, the game volume, and also the chat volume, and it also mutes it, but it's not turned on right now. And then there's another port. So this is what the cable looks like. It's like a splitter in a sense. What this is supposed to do is where you take, I know there's a lot of cables here, but you take your headset. This could be literally any headset they use to talk to people, and then you take the 3.5mm jack from your headset and put it into this female connector, and boom, now you're going to be able to record voice chat and game chat, and people are going to be able to hear you, because it's either one or the other. Either people are going to be able to hear you and you can't record voice chat, or you could record voice chat but people can't hear you. Now you get the best of both worlds. So I just thought I would just show you guys, because if you try to record, well, you might not be able to record game sound, and that's probably why. The rest is going to be converted standard definition and stretch. I just have it checked. I don't know what it really does. And also color range standard. I don't know what extended does. And then for the rest of this, I did not mess with, especially picture, just because I already have color correction in my Sony Vegas profile. So that's the setting. That's the most important thing whenever it comes to this. The game audio, unless you're literally just recording raw footage and just gonna upload it to YouTube, I do not mess with this. But again, if you have the raw footage, you're gonna want to increase it or possibly decrease it depending on what your settings are in game right now. And then for the editing tab right here, I don't mess look at me face. I don't mess with this at all, because I already have an editing software to begin with, and this just kind of sucks. It's not that great. It doesn't allow you to be so creative like Sony Vegas can, but it's still there if you do want to tamper with it. But continuing on in the capture tab, there were things down on the bottom right here I'm going to show you guys. So this is the record button. Obviously, to record stuff, this is what you're going to use. So here I'm recording like the main screen. I'm going to go to Hero Gallery, go to like the May tab, the highlight intro, and then boom, it's recording the May highlight intro that you're seeing right now. And it's gonna be able to record it and output it to a file onto your computer. computer, and then as soon as I want to end the recording, boom, just click it right there, and it's all good to go. Now, the next thing here is probably one of the coolest features about the Elgato software, and this is this little scroller. So you see, I'm going to like the Mercy highlighter intro, but let's say there was like this awesome montage moment that you had previously. Here, I'm just using like the Farrah highlight intro. This scroller is going to be able to go back in time and record that awesome montage moment. In this case, it's the Farrah highlight intro. Then all I gotta do, if I want to capture this montage moment, I just gotta hit record, and it's gonna be able to go back in time and record that whole entire feature. And then this is the stream capability. Now, I stream with OBS. You are able to use the Elgato with OBS, but it does have a built-in stream feature. If you do want to use it, you just have to click this commentary button right here, and you're gonna be able to not only capture your voice, but also the gameplay and put it to Twitch or YouTube. I just use OBS because I'm a normal human being. But since I don't use this feature, what do I use to record all my audio? Well, it's going to be this free program, this awesome program called Audacity. So this is what I use for all my voiceovers, whether it's a commentary or whether it's a funny moments video. I always have this in a separate, like I have both of these programs running at the same time, so that if I want to record a funny moments, I hit record, and then I hit record here, and it records the game audio that you're listening to right now, which is pretty awesome because, well, again, I'm able to edit the audio in here, and it's a separate entity from the video file, so that way I can just mesh it all into one single video through my Sony Vegas program. So this is Sony Vegas. This is a very popular program, especially amongst gaming YouTubers, just because it's going to be able to combine audio and gameplay footage into one single video, because you have the raw footage and you have the audio recording, but this is going to be able to mesh it all together. So let's just go get some recording. This is like a May gameplay that I recorded earlier. This is my designated spot that I have for my recordings, for all my gameplay, and here is just some May gameplay, just random. I'm going to probably use for a video later on, and it's loading up, it's building peaks, but now we're going to be able to go back to my desktop. Here's the audio that I recorded earlier, just for an example, and we're going to be able to bring it here into Sony Vegas, and boom, there's the audio, there's the gameplay footage. One thing I do every single time I go to properties, disable resample. Please disable resample. I don't want to see your ghosting footage. And boom, there's the audio for the gameplay, this red. Here's the blue, which is my audio, and here's the gameplay footage. And if this was a funny moments, I would sync it all together, and I'd be able to edit it. Like, I'd be able to just split right there, and then I can delete this part. It's so simple, and this is pretty much what it takes to record and kind of even edit all my videos. I didn't go in depth of how to edit my videos, but this is just how I record everything. And that's basically like a bare bones version, but a very detailed bare bones version of how I record all my gameplay. Now, I didn't want to just be a cock nozzle and just say, I use Elgato, and just end the video there. No, I actually wanted to show you guys and what it takes to record everything. It might seem complicated, and it honestly kind of is, but I've been doing this for so long that's easy for me just to slap it all together and just show you examples. But hopefully this just kind of inspires you and show you guys that it's easy to record gameplay footage and to edit it all together. It's not that hard, and if you want to do it, you honestly can, because this was the greatest thing that ever happened to me, buying that Elgato, or buying the HD PVR previously, and then buying the Elgato to be able to record Overwatch, because I just love this hobby. But that's one last tip I want to give you, is treat it like a hobby. Just because you buy the Elgato or get all this equipment doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to make it or make money or whatever. Treat it like a hobby, because that's what I did for 5 years, and I still treat it like a hobby, but now I'm just able to make it my job, and it's one of the best jobs ever. So anyway, guys, I'm pretty sure this was a long video. I recorded a lot, but hopefully it just shows you how I record everything, excluding the video camera, because I don't even want to show you guys that, because that's trash quality. But anyway, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.